This is the second part of Caesarea or ancient Caesarea city. That is the part of Herodion and Crusader part. In front of you can see the Olympion Fontaine, just for fun. People can actually join here and sit here just before they are heading to the port or they are going out of the city. What you see there, and later on we will visit it, it's part of the Crusader walls that surrounded a small part of the Herodian city, mainly because the Crusader came for the port, the harbor, and for them the rest is not important. The theater, the hippodrome doesn't talk to them. They are surrounded with so many enemies, mainly Muslims enemy, and what they want is to survive. That part is the most touristic part, although the other part is amazing. And I might join those two videos together or not, I don't know. There are 5 different restaurants here. This is the only kosher one. It's called Aristo. Not connected to the toilet, excellent toilet. And not connected to the restaurant, excellent toilet. Very clean. And shops. Israeli art. Gelato, very good one. And the Crusader. Now it's kosher, because until months ago he actually served shrimps. And beautiful Arabic food. Shrimps are not, I don't know, but the word kosher makes it like that. And up there, it's see the flag of Israel. It's another Greek Mediterranean restaurant with an excellent view. And Elena is right there. It's the most expensive one. It's a chef restaurant. And if you want just coffee, here it is. Port Cafe. It's a very good idea. An excellent view. But we're here for the port of King Herod. King Herod knew that if he will build the port here, everyone will dock in his place, especially if he will build it as a Roman beautiful city. And it's so disappointing, huh? Josephus told us that 100 battleships could dock here altogether. And look at that, it doesn't look so big. All right, let's look at that. It calls Sabatos by the name of Augustus. And what you're looking is only that part. The port, the harbor was bigger than that. Then you can understand it was so far away. Sadly, most of it sank into the water because of the fault area. Then in that case we are not going to shake today. The entrance was from there, mainly because most of the wave and the sand came from the side of Egypt. In that case it's been stopped here. He used a very special technique. He built rafts and put ash in it from basalt ash and some other material. When it touched the water, it sank and became to be a concrete. Beautiful. Just a beautiful place. And we are in the middle of the sea, because everything that you see now was part of that harbor. Everything. The harbor was one of the biggest and the newest, so modern, and everyone wanted to dock here. And that's what we wanted, because if you will dock here, we'll use the facilities here, you will pay tax. It's a win-win situation. Then, see the green grass? That was the end of the sea. And from there, you can climb up to the podium that he built. It's artificial. On top of it, you could see, at the time of King Herod, a temple for Augustus in the shape of Zeus and the goddess Rome, and the temple was as big as the second temple in Jerusalem. Aha, big. You can see the vault that he built, that he used it for storerooms. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. Beneath the stairs. There's another small 6 one. You can see 1, 2, and 3. And there's another 4. Symmetric. Beautiful. Sadly, they are renovating the stairs. And until, let's say, from next month, I think we will be able to climb it up. But now, I cannot. Then I will make a round tour. In the 19th century, the Bosnian Muslims from Bosnia came to here. Their country was occupied by the Christians, and they wanted to stay with the Ottomans. Then the Ottomans brought them to here. Sadly, they used a lot of the stones of the Crusader time. Then they flattened that area and destroyed them all. A lot of the evidence. In 1948, they actually left Israel. They came for a Muslim place, and this is not a Muslim place anymore. It's a Jewish place. Then, then why we didn't destroy their mosque? We didn't destroy the mosque because by the Israeli law we cannot destroy holy sites. The mosque will always belong to the Muslims. The church will owned by the Christians, not by Israel. A synagogue will be owned by the Jews, not by Israel. Then in that case, we cannot destroy it. We must maintain it, and a few years ago we did it. We maintain it. It looks like almost like new. Theoretically, it's evidence of the Crusader wall. As you already know, if you watch my first video, St. Louis built it in 1 year with small stones, not like a regular Crusader system, but he used the wall that was belonged to the Muslims as well. For example, that part. Then it was wide. Oh, forgot to mention, there's a wonderful museum there. See where the two ladies are? Beautiful air-conditioned museum. I will tell you the story of Caesarea and King Herod. I'm not entering there mainly because I did a video that dedicated to it, and that video that we are taking now, it's going to be long as well. But let me show you. Then this is only already, see where the man is sitting on the stage? Right there. Now this is the top part of it. You can see the temple of Augustus. When the Crusader came, when the Romans became Christians, converted themselves to Christianity, they destroyed it and they built a very important martyrium church. And then the Muslim came, destroyed the church and built a mosque on top of it. And then the Crusader came, they didn't destroy the mosque. They actually used the mosque as part of their church and built another Crusader church next to it. And then the Muslim came, you got the message. That place is the holiest place here, the central of the city. Even now. And let's start to climb up instead of climbing the stairs. We will see a beautiful view of the Roman city. Remember, we entered to the city from the Roman part through there, through that gate. This is the southern gate of the city. There are 3 Crusader gates. Wow, it's not easy for that child. Let me help him, although I'm so clumsy, I'm afraid that I will destroy it. Beautiful workers here. Please, Itai, say hello. Hello, Itai. Hello. Let me try to help him. בוא ננסה לעזור לך קצת? לעזור לך קצת? בכיף. Then I helped him. Now I cannot breathe, but I made a mitzvah. The arches, you will see arches places everywhere, but it's strange in there that in those two there's no other way to enter. There's no way to enter. In the rest, you will see there's a corridor that maybe they used a ladder to climb up. We're climbing up to the viewpoint. A lot of the wall here in that part is renovated. Oof, it's so hot. All right. If you remember the first video, we used the cardo. Before that, we saw the villa, which is under that roof. The Roman path, we went down to the hippodrome, but before that we visit the latrine and the storerooms. You can see part of the hippodrome. The flags there far away, it's the palace of King Herod. And the theater, it's not easy to see. See the chimneys? Before the chimneys there's a white area. Between the white area, which is the parking lot, and the chimneys is the Roman theater. Beautiful. This is one of the towers of the city. Let me show you why there's a tower. Why the Crusader had to build towers here, because it will be difficult for them to see the enemies without it. There's a black spot here, hidden spot. And look at the kind of the glacier. This is, and the moat without water. It's not like the videos that we see. A little bit afraid. Here it is. Beautiful, isn't it? Although I was planning to go straight to the temple area, to the churches area, let me take you a little bit more, at least until that part of the wall. If you remember, they built the wall together. They used actually the Muslim wall as well. Then it wasn't so thin, it was very wide. That is the Muslim one and the Crusader one. Then it was very wide. You can now walk through every inch of the Crusader part. Another tower in front of you. But there's another important place here. From time to time, they could escape through the moat secretly. And if there's an enemy, to hurt the enemy. That is part of the wall that the Muslims destroyed. I'm not going down, mainly because you can see that the gate is closed. Most of the time, the Crusader realized that it's better to close it as well, and it was closed. People couldn't enter through here. People, I'm talking about enemies. You can see that there's more of the walls. Beautiful walkway. I mean, it's beautiful. But it's still hot now. Let's wait for October. I must say it's hot, but because it's close to the sea, there's a lot of breeze and humid. Beautiful. And you can see more. See where the arches there? To the left, we found a street, shopping street. Should I take you in? You don't need to see it. Then let's make a round tour. They're still renovating it, and then it will be beautiful in about a few years from now. Someone forgot something, and now it's Thursday. Remember, 13th century walls built by Louis, including the other part and the moat. I'm not touching the bottles, mainly because of coronavirus. But if it was bottle of water, I will dare to do that, and I could water the plants here, which are suffering, waiting for the rain to come. I don't know if you can see something of it. I'm gonna fall. All right, we are living the Crusader walls, at least for now, and we are going to visit the temple area if it's open, although I think it's open because I saw some people watching the view from there. The word "if it's open" is only because of the construction that they're building there. Remember, I saw the stairs. Meanwhile, if this is your first video of mine, then please subscribe my channel and push the button. Then you will be able to see the latest videos of me. And at the description you will see on options to connect me, emails, WhatsApp, and Instagram, and Facebook. Try to use my tour guide Facebook because it's in English and it's better than the Israeli one, which is mostly in Hebrew. And you can ask me whatever you want. You will find a link for Buy Me a Coffee. Buy Me a Coffee is only if you want to support me. And because I don't have tourists for almost 2 years now, the videos that I'm preparing is my only income. Here we are. They closed most of the places. Then let me see what we can see from here. It looks like a church, isn't it? Because it is a church. This is a beautiful Crusader church. Let me go a little bit further. Remember the vault, the museum that I show you? I'm above it now. Here it is. And I cannot go there. That is where the mosque used to be. Before the mosque, a Byzantine church. And before that, Augustus temple and goddess Rome as well. See, this is the end of the stairs, and one day I will be able to climb all the way up straight to that area. I don't know if they will renovate it. I'm sure that they will, because it's quite an important place. But let's go to see the view. Oh, beautiful. We can actually see what we did until now. two theaters, but we visit that one. And that's the first video. And you can see the palace of King Herod Pontius Pilate, the hippodrome that we visit, the city, mostly Roman places, Roman villas. We didn't find anything for of the common people, like me. That's where the vaults are, and the stairs are not here. The Roman temple is in front of you, and this is the port. Where's the port? All right. From the green area until, let's say, 600 meters in the sea, you cannot see it, that's the port. It was one of the biggest in the ancient world. Beautiful, so lots of breeze here. Amazing. Sadly, we cannot continue from there. That's what I want to do. Then we'll actually go around. Then what I'm going to do, and you don't need to see it again, I will walk all the way there, and then I will join you again from the road there. We will go to the northern part. We found some Jewish evidence of the existence of Jews in the non-Jewish city here. And we will see part of the Crusader wall. Such a beautiful place. Then see you in about 3, 2, no, first let me take a picture. 3, 2. Here we are at the parking lot. Remember, as I promised you, in 1, 2, 3 I will be here. I did it so fast. That's the entrance to the sea. If you want to enjoy a nice place, not a big one, with some bars at night time, but enjoy the sea as well, the entrance is from here. King Herod built that place for Augustus, but for himself as well, because he knew that if he will build the biggest port ever, everyone will dock him at his place, and not in Alexandria, not in Tyre or whatever, here. And he was right, and he got a lot of money because of it, and he built it from 2022 BC until 10 BC, and at opening day he decided to have a huge Olympic Games, kind of. The only problem is that the sport guys didn't want to reach that area. It was far away. I mean, it's like 2-3 weeks to reach that place. Then he decided to change the system, because they said only the first one will get a prize. He said no. Second place and third place will get prizes as well. And from that day we have 3 prizes, 3 medals in almost every game. King Herod, surprise, surprise. Oh, what a beautiful place. This is the latest part that they excavate, and we will reach the moat, the Crusader moat, and the northern gate. See, that truck will cross it now. 3, 2, 1. Here it is. At the time of the Crusader, they had some bridges like, you know, all the movies that we see with all those knights made of wood. Open it up and down, up and down. Today, there's a road. And the other 2 gates Cars cannot go in, and there are some restaurants here. There are a lot of places here. Then in that case, it's allowed. Then this is the gate, or at least part of the gate. It used to be huge. There were pictures of that place from, I don't know, 100 years ago, and you could see that it reached something like 4 stories. Today, not a lot left, but you will see that it is a bridge, a gate. There it is. Let's enter to the gate. You can see that it's turning left. You cannot go straight ahead, mainly because enemies. It will be difficult for enemies to enter to the city. Remember, this is the exit. There were towers, of course, around, and you can actually see the stairs. Oh yes, and you can smell it. Ooh, let me run away from the toilet area. Oh gosh, it's history. Look at the moat. Another truck will cross the Crusader bridge from our time. Beautiful. Later on, if it's okay by you, I will walk through the promenade that was built or opened lately. And ta-da-da! This is a Byzantine place. Remember, the Byzantine city was bigger than the Roman city and the Crusader city. And look at the beautiful mosaic from the 2nd or 3rd century AD. Look how beautiful it is. You can see that they used here marble color marble, made of marble, and beneath it as well sewage system. Beautiful, isn't it? That was a surprise when they excavate here. They didn't think that they will find it here. Then you can imagine that if they will excavate more and more and more, they will find more and more and more evidence of Caesarea. What we need is many time and money. Where we are in the map, let me show you. That is the parking lot, and that's the gate, and we are heading to the synagogue, or to the place that we believe that was a synagogue. The temple area was here, so remember the stairs, and the port, and the Roman city with the hippodrome, the Herodian Palace, Pontius Pilate used it as well, and the theater. If you didn't see those things, it means that it's you missed the first part of the video. This is the second part. I don't know, I might join them together or maybe not. You know, when I reach my house and I will use the air condition to rest, I will think about it. The idea is to continue with that beautiful pavement until the Arabic village Jasr el-Zarqa, which you will see now soon, and they have an amazing seashore. A lot of the Jews wanted to find here the synagogues that were built here. We know that from the 3rd century until the 6th century, there were a lot of Jews here, and the Mishnah and the Talmud, the oral books of of the Jews is full with names of rabbis who wrote what to do, and they lived here. The most important synagogue here that we didn't find yet is the one that there they decided to say goodbye to the Caesar, and Vespasianus and Titus had to reach that area and to destroy Israel in a way at 70 AD. They came at 66. That's the story of Masada. That's the story of Jerusalem. Now, we know that it's a Jewish place, mainly because we found so many evidence, so Jewish evidence, capital with a menorah and something like that, but we are not sure that this was a synagogue. I believe that it was, but again, we are not sure. Here, we found some evidence from the book of Josiah. And there were two more mosaics floor here. Here with the inscription that say that he was the head of the synagogue and he donated something. Then maybe it was his house, maybe it was the synagogue itself. And there was another mosaic somewhere. I don't find it. It was there. It was here. Is it a synagogue? I don't know. But at the time of the Roman time, until the temple been destroyed, the synagogue was a community house. People used to gather there to study, to gossip, to talk about what's happening in the world and something like that. And after the destruction of the temple became, the synagogue became little temples. People are praying there 3 times a day. I don't know if you can see far away. There are some cars, and to the left of the cars it looks like a wall, but this is the aqueduct that was built in different periods of time by the Romans and the Byzantine. Water enter through there to the city. Without water, Caesarea won't be able to exist. We know that it might be the entrance, the main entrance, and there were rooms around here that people use. I'm not sure that they excavated all the rooms here. Maybe they just checked it. And why I think the entrance was from there, because usually when you are preparing an inscription on the floor, the idea is that when you will enter, you will find it. You will be able to read it. It's in Greek. Beautiful, isn't it? Then maybe a synagogue, maybe not. One day, I will continue from there until the aqueduct. You can do that. But because my car is in the other side, I won't do that. The smell of the plants and the smell of the sea is something that you must experience here. If you want to see part of the wall, then stay with me. If you had enough from Crusader walls, then you can say goodbye. It's a nice walk of 10 minutes. It's just been open to the public, then I might be one of the first who's doing it. Look at the crown here. And it's beautiful. And it's hot. Still beautiful. You can see now the walls of the Crusader. And that's the northern gate. I'm actually heading now to the eastern gate that we didn't visit yet. The northern part of the wall is in front of you. We already know that they actually used the same path of the Muslims. I think it was the Mamluks who controlled the place as well. You can see the towers. Now we can see it from the other side. We can see it as the enemies. See the mode, kind of the glasses. I have to pronounce it well because it's always a problem for me. Can I tell you that this is my first time that I'm doing it? And thanks God that the Crusader city is not so big. When we'll finish it, and you will be able to watch, and you actually will watch the two parts of Caesarea, I think you will be able to say, I know Caesarea. There are a few more places that I didn't take you, and that's because it's too hot. I'm not the enemy. I'm just taking video for my family. Oh, yes, you are my family from right now. You can ask me whatever you want through YouTube. And better to do that, different to do that via Facebook. My professional Facebook will be at the description together with Instagram. The Facebook, I'm uploading some of the videos that I'm taking, and I do something like 19,000, videos, but I'm adding archaeological finds and other important things that it's more than just regular Facebook. Look how beautiful it is. Never been in that part. Ta-da-da! The wall was higher than that, and soon you will see how high it was. Oh, look at the lilies. Look at it. It means that it's noon. Oh, the smell is amazing. About the rain. The last rain was in March 2021, sorry. The next one supposed to be, let's say, mostly from the beginning of November. Might be a little before, but mid of November it's started to be the rainy season. And if you ask me when to come to Israel, this is a better place. This is a better time if you don't afraid of rain. And it's not raining a lot. This rain, it can be very tough, very hard. But mostly it's not. And the air is without any smell of dust that I can smell now. Oh, look how beautiful it is. I can see the eastern gate. There's another entrance there because I went out of the National Reserve. I might show them my tour guide card, and then they will let me go in. And what we're going to see how beautiful is the gate. And I will enter into the sea for like 2 minutes to show you where we were, because I'm doing kind of a detour, run tour. If you reach that part of the video, it means that you are the bravest. Write me down. Tell me that you did it. Tell me if you like short videos, long videos. I know that some of you don't like me talking, but that's me. And if you don't like it, it's okay. There are other channels. They're doing almost the same thing without even a word. But I will die like that. I need the tourists, and you are my family. If you reach here, wait, because oh, look at the happy, the Chifat. It's the bird of Israel, although I can find it so many other places. That's a symbol of Israel, one of the symbols of Israel. From here, you can see how beautiful it is. All right, you can see the moat right here, and that's the gate, the eastern gate. You can see that wall there is high, and it was higher than that. In that case, you can understand that every part that you see here was part of the wall. The wall is gone because the Muslims, the 13th century, didn't want the Crusader to come back again. It's beautiful, and I'm so happy that I still have battery. The first video was more than 1 hour, and that one is 42 minutes. I'm happy. That's the box office. Let me try to convince them that I've already been here. Is it Rachel? No, it's not. מה שלומך? עברת משם לשם? אני מורה דרך, כבר הייתי בפנים. רגע, יש לי את המצלמה על און. רחל לא עובדת היום? רחל. לא, היא בשני לא. אתה נשארת פה. רגע. נכון, לא, האמת היא, הפעם האחרונה שהייתי פה היה חורף. באתי עם אשתי והילדה. נכון? רגע, איפה? וילונות. יו, חם לי. בסדר? אבל שיהיה הוגן.
כן, אוקיי.
אז זהו, האמת היא שנכנסתי משם ועשיתי את הסיבוב הכי גדול שיש.
נכנסתם לו?
כן, נכנסתי, אני גם רק נכנס לשער ויוצא. עשיתי כבר את כל העיר.
את הקבלה שלהם, יש לך?
לא קיבלתי קבלה, כי הם ישבו בפנים. הסתכלו על הכרטיס. השניים שעבדו שם. הם לא היו בבוט, הם היו בחוץ.
נכנסתם בלי לשלם?
אני לא צריך לשלם, אני מורה דרך.
אתה, אין.
לא, הם לא איתי, הם סתם נשים חמודות, לא קשורות אליי. ביי. אוקיי. אני בדיוק. אבל תודה. And yes, then you can see the moat and you can see the bridge. The bridge is like wasn't like that. Remember, the Crusader didn't let anyone. They didn't want, especially enemies, to enter. Then maybe it was up and down, up and down. But now we can actually walk on it. That part is one of the only remains that left from the destruction of Caesarea by the Muslims. And there's another option of the Crusader to surprise the enemy through there. But they didn't use it because they knew that if the enemy will know it, it's a huge problem for them as well. 50% of that gate is renovated, but it's renovated exactly like it used to be. And we let the beautiful ladies go in. What you can see here. First of all, there's a gap here. That gap is not by mistake. If someone tried to enter to here, then the enemy could throw on him hot water, whatever, and stop him from entering. Another barrier was here. You see the gap here? And there was kind of a gate made of iron that went all the way down. Yeah, you saw it in so many videos. And the doors was wooden doors and metal as well. They close like that, and then another option to close it is by a log. Protected. What we found here is mostly the lower part. You can see the floating arches, which is very unique to the Crusaders. And if it doesn't look like a Romanesque Crusader art, and more like a Gothic art, then yes, I think the Crusader brought the Gothic architecture into the city. And again, to go out, you need to turn right, and there's some idea here. Hot water, oil, whatever. And street. Now, I tell you that you will understand, you will know that place. That's where the restrooms are and the restaurant area as well. Remember that I said that there is a kind of a street from the time of the Crusader, and I show you those arches from the other side. Then that is there. And you know what? Let's go through until we will reach the street area. If I didn't mention, I will mention something that you asked me 2 or 3 months ago. A lot of people wanted to support me. At the beginning, it was too difficult for me because I felt like I'm begging. I'm a beggar. But then they looked at me and said, no, you're not. You're not. We want to do that. It's not that you're forcing me to do that. If you feel like that, in the description, there's a link that says buy me a coffee. And you can buy me a coffee, but that will give you a privilege to ask me to light a candle in one of the churches, to leave a note between the westernmost stone, and once in 2 weeks I'm doing it. Then this is the street itself and the shops. Tell them that they didn't renovate it yet, but they will do that. We were, let me wait in the shade, we were there at the southern wall. We saw the ancient city, the ancient Roman city from there. forgot to mention that the name of the church that the Crusaders built was St. Peter, because St. Peter was here. And that's it. If you like that video, remember, subscribe it, and you can send that video on or a link of my YouTube channel to your churches, your friends, your families. I do have 92,000 subscribers, but my daughter Lior, my light, said that if I'm not reaching 100,000, I'm not considered to be a YouTuber. Do that. Do that. Only because I want to show her that old people can be YouTuber too. Of course I'm not a child. I'm acting like a child. I am a child. Then see you in my next video. Bye bye.